So we're back with some random viewer tattoos. It's always fun.
Exciting.
It's like we got some color in black and gray.
Yeah, so this one is from Richard. It says, "Hey dude, think I sent in some picture before, but here is some update pictures. Cheers, dude."
Well, it's very likely that you did. And there's also the possibility that
They got lost in the shuffle?
well, or that you missed the episode that they were in. There's always that chance.
That happens
YouTube
too.
doesn't necessarily show you every video that I'm doing. So unless you're like watching every one, you might just be in a video that you haven't seen yet.
Right, exactly.
So I like this quite a bit, actually. My only issue is, again, you know, I would always love this to be bigger. It looks a little too like in its slot. You know what I mean? Like they had this strip to fill, but like I don't like what they've done with the elbow here. Like they've created this weird problem where the elbow is going to have to just be gapped around.
Yeah.
Right? And they've done this kind of nipple effect to the elbow, where it's just kind of in the way. And now there's very little that you can put as a piece on the elbow. So you have created a bit of a problem there, but like in a bigger context, you're just going to have to do some background shading around everything and bring everything together. And I guess the elbow just gets to be backgrounded now.
Yeah.
Whereas you could have done something funner with it, but
I really miss like scales. It has no scales.
Yeah.
I miss them.
The scales, like scales are a mixed bag though, because you can definitely have too many.
Oh yeah.
But this has a very like flat, intentionally flat kind of look to it anyway. Like there isn't a whole lot of crazy detail anywhere.
Yeah.
It's more like impressionist.
Also, it's kind of fleshy colored underbelly. It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it feels like it would be slimy almost.
But it's just too close to like a human skin tone. For
I mean,
me, like it's like nipple colored or like lip colored with little like shiny spots.
Some snakes do have this coloration to them,
yeah,
but
it's just I don't know. It's just giving me the heebie-jeebies.
the whole thing feels a little like the texture of it feels a little more slippery than I would think. Like a snake is supposed to look like kind of gritty.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's supposed to have more of a texture, like a rough texture.
Yeah, this danger noodle feels like he'd be like slippy.
Yeah, he feels
like he's a water variety.
Slippery. Yeah, like he just came out of the ocean or something. But
yeah,
I like the colors, and the light to dark colors are really nicely done. The use of black here is very skillful, and overall I'm a big fan of it. But I would say that it could use some texture and sizing. I would always like to see the snake wrap around the entire arm, but it looks like everything else is of a similar size here. So here we see the I think what's this, the outside of the forearm?
Yeah,
I think so.
Nice
and
mask.
Like this is again really cool, but like to have this and the snake, I think, on the same limb, it's like this could have been that whole. Like,
well, they probably got like the mask first, and then we're like, how am I gonna fill this space? So they just got the snake. Or, I mean, that's how it feels to me.
Well, I mean, these are cool pieces. The only issue is when you make this into a sleeve, it's a bit hard, right? Because they're tonally quite different. But like the use of like white highlights here is quite masterful.
Yeah, I really love this like blue kind of smoky fire in there too.
For being like a full color tattoo, this gets a lot of natural light to it through the use of yellow, white, and blue. And yeah, the dark red to light red is really nice too. Whoever's doing these tattoos is doing a really good job.
Yeah, their color saturation is amazing. Like they've really hit it.
This is a fun take on it. I like the split tongue. It has like a devil vibe to it. So I'm a big fan of this one too. And then it's just all the same guy.
No, I think that we're moving into different territory as we go.
No, I think this is all the same dude, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, I think this is all Richard Curran. Yeah, I think he sent a whole bunch of stuff. So this may just
I see
be
that in the email
a feature on the man Richard Curran and his various works, which is fine by me because there's some good stuff here.
Yeah. Wolf is a little washed out.
Well, I mean,
it's cool though.
Especially is this Trying to actually remember to post my work more regularly. Wolf job stopper for Richard. So this, if this was fresh when this picture was taken, I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah. Well, because this looks like it's the artist who posted it.
But it looks healed in this picture.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a healed shot?
But it's not, though. You can tell, because look around his knuckles.
Oh.
You can see where the ink was wiped. Like, he did a good job. He didn't do a whole lot of trauma. There's some swelling here. I'm thinking this might have been desaturated, though. Like, I'm thinking his hand was red, and he took down some of the saturation before he posted it.
Well, because
then
right,
that would make
that demon up top is way bolder than...
Yeah. So then that would make some sense as to why this looks washed out.
Yeah.
But like,
because it looks like it's a wicked tattoo. It's just from what the picture we have, it looks washed
sometimes artists will take saturation down because they're afraid of posting something that looks super red because they don't want people to think that they fucked this person up.
Meh.
But realistically, when you're doing a color tattoo, if you're taking saturation down, the tattoo looks worse. So I would have just left it because this looks worse than it probably is.
Yeah, I bet you it's nice.
It probably looks something like this when it's healed. But if it did look like this when it's fresh, that's not a good sign for a color tattoo. Otherwise, I do like this. I think I would have preferred a dead-on wolf rather than a side view of the wolf, especially for the hand. But then we have this guy that I don't like nearly as much.
Yeah, this one feels like it's like older and definitely a different artist.
It's on his other arm. It has to be the other arm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this doesn't look like the same artist at all.
Nope.
This looks like something he got like in an old biker shop or something.
Like in the 90s.
This was cool in the 90s kind of thing.
Early 2000s.
Like, I don't hate this skull, but like even this version of tattoo, I feel like the skull should have been bigger and the background would have been smaller. But this was how tattoos were done at a point in time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a timestamp of like early 2000s, late 90s kind of feel.
Yeah, it's the style of the time.
But I do like the red in the eyes. It's kind of neat. Then we got this
Mr. Goat.
Mr. Goat on his inner arm here. This is cool.
Yeah, again with the like blue flames that kind of carries around this person's bodysuit.
He's got some ghost-lined spider webs, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
They look like they're just like barely any ink in there. Like that looks like yeah, like a ghost line of a spider. I don't know why you would do that. It's very odd. But like the problem with this tattoo is it's under this film of like again, it looks like it was taken in a smoker's lounge or something. There's no way this tattoo actually looks like this. This is like minus 100 contrast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it probably looks way better in person. The colors are probably so much bolder.
Well, I'm thinking he must have taken this photo himself. And it looks like
there's sunbeams.
Yeah.
So I would say that
this thing got done dirty by the photo. That's what I'm thinking. Because otherwise, I think it's pretty cool. And then this is all the same guy. So I don't know where these different things are taking place. Maybe this is on the other. This is on the other side of the demon arm. So he's got the snake in between this guy and the demon. Is what I'm thinking. And then this is the other arm. Yeah. So that's that arm. It's just a bit hard to understand what's happening here. And then this is the hand tattoo addition to that arm. So he has one really nice sleeve and one bad sleeve.
Looks like it.
What I'm seeing is happening here. I would say whoever's doing the new work should touch up the old work.
Right? Yeah,
and
the newer artist is way better.
Because it looks like he added, like, what is happening up here?
Well, this is old. That's got to be, like, older tattoos.
Yeah, I love that skull, though. That's crazy. Oh, this is all the same dude, though. For sure. It's only the one email. The new skull that he added to this sleeve does look better, but it looks like whoever added this skull is playing down to the old work. Like, I had an artist take over my right sleeve in motion. And artistically, he was more talented than the artist that started it.
Yeah.
And like he had to play down his style to try and match the incompetence that was happening elsewhere.
The other artist.
So that's what looks like happened here. Because like it looks like this artist that did the hand tattoo is trying to be worse than they are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that too.
Like the techniques that were used in the bottom skull were better than the ones up top, and it's like a kind of mismatch, but he did his best to suck.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing, but yeah, no, I would say whoever's done this new stuff, like this bird here with the lantern, should get in and rework your old stuff, because the other stuff that you've got going on, the color work is way better than the black and gray work that he's got. Like way better. It's like night and day.
Leagues
like
better.
If I had to pick this and the other arm, guess which one I'm taking all day, every day.
Yeah, the more new schooly stuff is way better.
That's why it looks almost like two different people, because
It
like,
does.
how can you be getting that stuff and that stuff
at the same time.
at the same time?
Right?
Like he had this done relatively close to the time that he had this skull added to his hand.
Right. Well, and then this here, these skulls up top are not in this photo with this weird armband, but they're in this photo with this armband.
Yeah, the
so the
timeline
armband
is
is
a little strange.
old, right? It is a strange armband. I hope.
Yeah, so this shit was done fairly recently.
Well, I mean, it's recent enough that he's submitting it to Remy Reacts.
But it's very odd that you would be getting these cool color tattoos done at the same time that you're getting this dog shit done on you.
Maybe he's got like two artists.
Yeah, and as the second artist that's doing the color, it must be like really hard not to say, hey man, you should stop getting that stuff.
Right?
It's stylistically different, sure, but
maybe they're in the same shop and he doesn't feel comfortable being like, that guy's work sucks. Or
It's
that
really
guy's
weird.
work is not on par with mine, or the color is bolder, or
it's very strange to be this out of line.
right?
You
All
know?
of the above.
Like usually when you're going to two different artists and having work done, they're of a similar skill
Caliber?
level or caliber. But this is leagues of difference between the guy who did this funny little flaming skull and the guy who's doing this fucking lantern bird. Like realistically, it's like fucking leagues apart.
Yeah, I agree with
Please
that.
don't tell me this is the same artist somehow, because holy fuck, good days, bad days.
Or
I have seen that where an
or the
artist...
black and gray just isn't your style.
Well, how could you do this and then not?
I don't know.
But like I have seen some artists that one day they're doing like an 8 out of 10, the next day it's like a 3 out of 10. It's like, holy fuck, you need to go home or something, because this is
Right.
not good. Anyway, he's got some good stuff and some bad stuff, and I'm happy to check it out, but it was a little confusing.